Richician!
Hey YouTube, Richician84 here with a channel update. And as you can see, I'm once again doing this on my way home from work. So there's a couple of things I wanted to talk about. One of which is a ban list change for the Richician format. Still wondering when we're going to get a ban list for the current format. I am still going to react to those, by the way. A, because you guys love my ban list reactions, and B, it might potentially affect Richician format. I see some walkers over there. But yeah, for now, there's been a change for Richician format, which I'll do every month if any changes need happening. So, the following cards have been banned: Magician's left hand, Magician's right hand, Geese Gandora, the Dragon of Destruction, Hard Gene Ray, the Boss of Storms, Psychic Punisher, and Double X Saber Ragigura. So yeah, don't get confused, this is for the Richician format, okay? It's not the current format ban list, because we don't have any news on that yet. Because yeah, right hand and left hand are floodgates that somehow I completely forgot about when originally writing this list, which is surprising considering right hand was one of the problem cards whenever I'd face Endymion. So infuriating. And it is bullshit that it can negate Super Poly, which basically defeats the whole gimmick of Super Poly, and that is being that it can't be negated. So the fact that right hand can negate the effect is just bullshit. Left hand has hardly ever come up, but it's a floodgate, so I'm getting rid of it anyway. Geese Gandora, the Dragon of Destruction, or however the hell you pronounce it, is one of the Gold Sarcophagus of Light cards, which of course we don't have yet, at the time of recording, but I got rid of it because it's a monster that destroys and banishes everything on the field, and it's too fucking easy to summon, considering all you need to do is just special summon it as long as Gold Sarcophagus of Light is on the field, and I hate that, and I don't want to deal with it. So I got rid of that for the same reason why I got rid of Enlightenment Dragon, even though we don't have that yet. Hard Gene Ray, the Boss of Storms, is apparently a negate. It's not one that I encountered, but I read it and I was like, fuck this, not having that. Psychic End Punisher is another monster that's unaffected by card effects that I completely forgot about somehow. And to be fair, it is one that sees a lot of competitive play, and I'm sure there are those of us that just don't want to deal with it. Whereas Double X Saber Ragigura and Double X Saber Gothams have actually switched places. Now I know Gothams was originally locked in, but apparently Ragigura is actually the problem when it comes to the X Saber hand loop. I'd probably need to watch a combo video to see how it fully works, but despite Gotham's doing the looping in the first place, it's actually Ragigura that's the problem. So yeah, Ragigura is banned, and Gotham's is one of 3 cards that are unbanned. So yeah. So X-Sabers have their boss monster back. And these unbans are to free, but the other ones are Dark Paladin and Guardian Chimera. Now, despite what I said about Dark Paladin, well, I was considering unbanning it anyway, because it's such an iconic card and a fan favourite, and it's not generic, unlike Beast and Hope Harbinger. Yeah, it's Matt and Alison Welch's favourite fusion. They wanted to play it, and Gunnar wanted to be able to play it as well, and so do I actually. And to be fair, it's not even the go-to fusion when it comes to Dark Magician. I mean, because it's not as easy to bring out as Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight, Amulet Dragon, Dragoon, and the Dark Magicians, and Master of Chaos. I mean, I don't like Dark Paladin's spell effect negate anyway, but I, for one, won't even resort to it. So I don't really want to do it unless I have to. Much rather use it as a cool game ender, or to gain loads of attack points against a dragon deck. Yeah, even if you were to make a Dark Paladin deck in this day and age, I'm not sure how consistent it would be compared to other variants of Dark Magician. So that's that. Guardian Chimera, well, a good point was made about it by Jake Cartwell when I did the Richician format ban list video, talking about it. Now, all the branded cards are banned, and apparently, he said, without branded in red, or whatever it was he said, it's not possible to bring it out on the opponent's turn, and that it's more of a, under this list, it would be more of a comeback card than a disruption card, which is a fair point, and you can't even use Super Poly to bring it out, which I just noticed, because regarding the materials, at least one has to be in the hand, and the other one has to be on the field, whereas the third one can be one or the other. Yeah, I'm giving Guardian Chimera a whirl, and like I said, it is something I do want to get for my cat deck, because it is something I can technically make, which would be a better choice than Trishula, the Dragon of Icy Imprisonment. But I guess maybe I'll still play both. I don't know yet. And yeah, that's the list. Now, there was the suggestion by Wyvern Watch to maybe combine my format with Express Gaming's one. Now, logically, this does make a lot of sense, since there are changes that are similar, but I feel like there'd be some things that I'm not sure we'll agree on. One being the extract size. I mean, he put his one to 18. I forget why exactly. Maybe it was to get maximum use out of prosperity and extravagance. I can't remember his reasoning behind it, whereas I like the option of 20, especially for my elemental heroes, that could be tricky, along with the fact that there might be disagreements regarding negates and decks that I hate. I mean, maybe we could come to an agreement about Dark World and trap tricks, like I think one suggestion he said for trap tricks for his format was ban Bottomless, Rafflesia, Claria and Arachnacampa, because to be fair, they are the problem cards and the source of my hatred for trap tricks. So I suppose I'd be okay with trap tricks losing them and still being allowed. I might consider that for the Richician format, so that way I'll be more than happy to play against trap tricks, even when Emma gets hers up and running. I feel like that would be a good way to make everyone happy there. Whereas with Dark World, I think one agreement we can come to is not only ban the Grapha Fusion and Silver, but also Dark Smog, because it's a cheap shot banish card, Morphing Jar and Card Destruction. Because to be fair, during the time when Card Destruction and Morphing Jar were banned, like from 2013 and 14 to 2018, Dark World was fine. I mean, it couldn't OTK, and I had no problems with it whatsoever. So maybe if we can do that, then I guess that would be okay. Although there might, again, the issue is there'd be some debate on other decks and negates, and maybe even number 100 Numeron Dragon, as well, he plays it in his Blue Eyes White Dragon deck, and he's probably not going to want to drop it. But I banned it and all the other Numeron cards because it's an OTK archetype. Could be tricky to reach an agreement. If we do combine the two formats, like I said, it does make sense logically, but like I said, there might not be some things that we'll be able to agree on, especially since I am very, very stubborn when it comes to my opinions about things in the game, as I'm sure you know. I'm not proud of it, but I can't help it. Of course, if we do find a way to come to some sort of agreement in order to combine the formats, then great, fantastic. But I don't see that happening. The other thing I wanted to talk about is games that I'm going to have with Matt and Alison Welch later. We're not going to be doing September 2007 Sunday this week, unfortunately, but we are going to do another Try Not to Laugh duel challenge, because it's been a few months and I need a good laugh, because so much shitty stuff has happened since the year began. I mean, so far the only good things were winning those minor league tournaments with Dark Magician and Elemental Heroes, and the Valentine's Day celebrations I had with Emma. like both the day itself and having our little trip earlier this week. Those were wonderful times. But still, me and Matt and Alison Watch are going to have this fun little challenge. He's going to be playing Goat format Dark Magician, Edison format Flemville Sworn, and Hat format Dark Magician, if I remember correctly. Now, I'm sure he won't mind me using whatever past format deck I want, but I might just match the formats. I really didn't want to play Goat format anymore, but I guess Goat format games with him will be okay. But I am going to use my Goat format Warrior deck in this one, just to try and mix things up, and considering we've already had a Goat format Dark Magician mirror match, although not as a try not to laugh challenge. Instead of spellcasters, which we haven't done yet, I don't think, I'm going to use Rainbow Neos again, because I want vengeance. Rainbow Neos should not lose to Light Sworn decks of any kind. I mean, it's just been a ridiculous thing over the past 16 years or so. Rainbow Neos just hard counters graveyard decks by spinning back over the graveyard or the entire field, including Light Sworns. How the hell does Rainbow Neos always lose against Light Sworns? Is it a consistency issue, or is it just bad luck? I don't know. That being said, I feel like I lost against it last time because I messed up. I didn't play Giant Truanade when I should have done, and as a result I got punished by Mirror Force. So yeah, I'm not letting that mistake happen again. I'm pretty sure this was all in Game 1, whereas in Game 2 I probably bricked, which is annoying because hero decks shouldn't brick ever. Don't worry though, at some point I will use my spellcasters against Flemville Sworn just to mix things up. And as for the Hat deck, well, I think I'm just going to use Dark Magic Strike. It's the only Hat deck I have. Yeah, we've already done this matchup, but not as a try not to laugh challenge. So yeah, that's what I'm going with. I think matching the formats would be a bit easier than doing it as a cross-ban list game. Maybe we'll do some cross-ban list try not to laugh challenges at some point in the future, but yeah, it's just easier. Plus, my Hat format Dark Magic Strike deck needs some redemption, because against Emma's March 2012 Chaos Dragons, I didn't have a chance to do anything. So we'll see what happens. So yeah, that'll be 3 matches, and obviously whichever wins 2 matches wins the whole thing, and we'll just carry on anyway, even if one of us wins the first 2, because yeah, it's a bit of fun, and that's what it's all about. I need a good hard laugh. There needs to be more laughter on the channel. After all, laughter is my middle name, believe it or not. So yeah, that's everything. I'll talk about some minor leagues. Shut up, motorbike, I'm doing a video. So yeah, I'll talk about some minor league stuff tomorrow, and yeah, stay tuned for those games. Thanks for watching, see you later. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Dark Richician YouTube channel.